Okay, so Dayle wants to know where my collection is going to be in 10 years. Oh look, a newspaper from 10 years from now. Local woman dies when luxury handbag collection collapses on top of her. Hi everyone, I'm Meredith and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am so excited that you found me, and if you're returning, I'm so grateful you've decided to come back and watch more. I love all things luxury. I love luxury shoes, luxury handbags, luxury lifestyle and vlogging, and if they're things that appeal to you, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button down below. Today I am doing a tag video. Now this was a video that was started by, and I'm going to make sure I correctly list everybody. This was started by Kat L. So thank you so much, Kat, for starting this tag. And I was tagged by Dayle from Dayle's Addiction. So I will put in the description box down below both those lovely ladies' channels, and you can go and watch their videos that they did around this. So they want to know what my luxury handbag collection is going to be like 10 years from now. Oh my goodness. So I was tagged in this a while ago, and it's taken me weeks to work out how I was going to attack this video, because as we all know, of those who are regular watchers of my channel, I'm a collector, so I have a very hard time letting things go, and I buy a lot. So it would be crazy to even consider how big my collection is going to be in 10 years if I don't make some changes and I just continue to buy at the rate I am and not selling anything. So the house we currently live in, we've only moved here less than 6 months ago, and we have plans that in the next 5 years this will be knocked down completely, and we're gonna build our dream home on this site. And as part of that, I have expressed for years that that must include my dream wardrobe, which will include a rather vast space for my handbags. But the problem with designing something like that will always be that you can only really foresee so much. So the space needs to be built, and it will be built to dimensions that I think will suit my needs going forward, but that doesn't always translate. So I will often think, oh, that's more than enough space, and then you run out of space. But at that point, I will have no choice but to make hard choices, because once we do that, I'm not building again. I'm done. I'm not moving anymore. We have moved many times in the last few years, and that will be the last one. So I guess for me, I see an evolution even now in how I am collecting. I still buy canvas pieces. I do not buy as many as I used to. And I am noticing that as I am making decisions about moving things on, that is really helping me hone the pieces that I want going forward. For example, I have Chanel handbags in a small and medium classic flap size, and I have made the choice that I will no longer collect those sizes because they do not suit my lifestyle. So making choices around things like that helps you hone when you're a collector and ensure that what you're collecting is actually relevant to your lifestyle, which is also important. So from there, I then get to the point where I can let things go because I know that they don't work in my collection for my lifestyle. So that will help me move things out, so things that do work can come in, and the new things tend to be much more leather based. I am now collecting exotics, and they're more expensive than canvas style pieces, so there aren't as many. So in my very crazy head, my logic, which is really not logic, my logic tells me that my collection probably won't grow a huge amount more, simply because the amount of pieces I am buying going forward tends to be less, because they're more expensive and more exclusive than the canvas pieces that I have bought in the past. But having said that, who knows? I so struggled when Dayle tagged me in this, because I just don't know. I don't know what my collection will look like in 10 years. I can say hand on heart that there are many pieces in this room that will still be here, will absolutely still be here, that I cannot let go, that I am so attached to, that there is no chance that I could sell them unless something dire happened and I had to sell my collection. And that's certainly a possibility. There are other pieces in this room I look at and go, I don't know if you'll still be here in 10 years. I don't know if you'll still have a place in my collection. And that's a hard thing for me to admit, and it's an even harder thing for me to communicate to the bag. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not working out. It's me, it's not you. So I can certainly see there's an evolution in my collection happening. I can certainly see that there are pieces that I would let go. I can certainly see that there are pieces that I won't let go. But without knowing what collections are coming, without knowing what designers are going to do in the next 10 years, without knowing what the next trend is going to be, I just find it impossible to predict what my collection is going to be in the next 10 years. I can say with certainty I would love more Birkins and Kellys, but am I going to be offered them? That's the bigger question. And I can certainly say with certainty I would love more Dior wicker bags, but are they going to do more Dior wicker bags? Like, so while I can say I would like these things, whether or not they come to pass completely depends on the fashion brand selling them, and in Hermes's case, whether or not they'll sell them to me. So yeah, I imagine that my collection will be about the same size it is now, maybe a little bit bigger, but it might look different. There might be pieces that I've moved on, and there might be pieces that are still here and surrounded by new pieces that I've bought in that time. Now, my daughter and my son, they're only 5 and 3 at the moment, so in 10 years they'll only be 15 and 13, so it won't even be a case of some of these pieces will have gone to live with them at that point. They will still be too young. So yeah, I guess what I would very much like is trunks from Louis Vuitton. I talk in, I'm not sure if the video will have gone up yet or not, in one of my videos about I would like a stack of trunks, suitcases, hard-sided suitcases in different canvases from Louis Vuitton, and I absolutely believe I will have them in the next 10 years. So certainly hard-sided pieces like that, which are real keepsakes, are definitely on my radar to add to my collection in the next 10 years. I can say with certainty that I will probably have more Louis Vuitton pieces than any other brand, because that house is my first love. It will always be my first love. And while I collect Fendi, Dior, Hermes, and Chanel, also Louis Vuitton is my first love. And yeah, I think if anything, my Chanel collection might shrink rather than grow in the next 10 years, just because the house is hard work. And I don't know if I've got the patience or the time to continue to dedicate to as many collections as they have. I was listening to Super Dayle in a video this morning, and he was saying they're up to 10 collections a year, and I'm just, yeah, no, I'm too tired. I cannot go with 10 collections a year. I can't commit to 10 collections a year. And they don't have the stock in Australia to offer me anyway. So yeah, I think if anything, my Chanel collection will probably shrink rather than grow. And then the other brands, I just don't know. This seems like such a strange video to do because I really don't have any clarity around it at all. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I struggled with this one. I just don't know how to attack it because I live collection to collection. I don't know what's coming out. I don't know what I'm going to want to buy. As a collector, I am not spending huge amounts of time trying to find specific pieces that have already been released in previous collections because I've done that. although I would do more multicolor collections. Actually, that would definitely be on my radar, that I will expand my Louis Vuitton multicolor collection, because while it's extensive at the moment, there are many more pieces that I can collect, and I need to circle back to that. I tend to do that on a cycle. Like, I get really into it for a while and I buy a whole heap and refurb them all, and then I lose interest and go do something else, and then I'll come back to it. So I imagine that collection will definitely grow because I have such a passion for it and such a love, and I will want to save more pieces and give them new life. So absolutely, that will be on my radar. But apart from that particular collection, there's nothing else out there in the market that I am hunting and growing at a rate. There's bags here and there that I'm still looking for, but no other massive collection that I'll add several pieces to. So yeah, I think that'd be about it. So yeah, watch this space. Let's see how the next 10 years goes. For now, I'm just trying to get through my weekend with my kids. And yeah, I'm hoping that my collection continues to make me happy in the next 10 years. That's all I want. I just want to feel joy when I look at these beautiful things that I am privileged to be able to collect. And as long as I still feel that joy, I feel like I've done okay. Like, things are good. If you have liked today's very strange video, I'm so happy. But please hit that like and subscribe button down below. Come follow me over on Instagram. I throw up lots of things about my collection and my day-to-day life, and I'm very interactive over there. People DM me. I'm more than happy to have a chat. So I'll throw up my handle for you guys. I hope wherever you are in the world today, you are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.